Hi to all you AGK lovers. I just wanted to show you what I've been working on, and mainly it's the AGK 3D pipeline. And here what I got is a stress test where I create 25,000 objects that are not visible and 5,000 objects that are visible and 1,000 transparent objects that are visible. And mainly, what you might have noticed is that when you have many objects in your level, AGK start to getting a bit slow. So I decided to try to optimize everything, and I done that. So we can give this a try. Well, first we try to compile this to using the current version, which is the October release of AGK. I just put in this library so it's easy to compile to and test. So it's just compiling, and here it comes. So here we have a AGK scene with the 20,000 invisible objects, and there's a lot of transparent objects that are sorted in real time. So that was one of the problems in AGK. But let's just notice the FPS, which is around 65. And now we can try to compile it to the current version, or the version I'm working on, to see the difference. Yeah, we're compiling again. And now you can see we have more than 120 FPS. So we doubled the FPS on exactly the same scene. There's no difference whatsoever. So that's a major improvement in the 3D render pipeline of AGK. Also, I added a bunch of new commands, but the speed was the most important part for me. But you can try to see here some of the commands I added. This is a new one: get number of textures and get object number of textures. It will actually, what it will do is extract the texture information that are inside the models. So, as you might guess, that this is something you can use to automate the loading of objects textures. So you can texture your objects from information that are inside the object file. So that is going to be great. Other stuff I added was a new create object from HiMap that are able to use 16-bit raw texture terrain height maps that will give you a way better resolution on your terrain. It will look way better. I just tried to export some 16-bit terrains from Unity, and you are able to directly load them into AGK now, and it looks so much better. Also, at the same time, I made it, if you use the m.dat, which is the Game Guru HiMap data that are 32 bits, it will also just load it and display it. So you can take a Game Guru terrain and use it directly in AGK now. Yeah, well, what did I made so many things, so yeah, you're okay. Another thing I also needed was to be able to extract password protected zip files, and you can do that now, and it works great. And yeah, I added set object mesh visible. You might think what you need that for, but I'm not sure if you know this, but when you load a 3D object in AGK, if you use load object or you use load object with children, actually what is happening is if object has load levels inside, AGK will merge all them together, so when you display an object, it actually have way too many polos than it should have. And of course it's way slower. So it is extremely important that you are able to to set a mesh visible and not visible. And for another reason, you can make a load directly on an object when you loaded it. So you can make some extremely fast levels. So if you want to do you load an object and then you set the main mesh which have load null, you set that visible, and the other meshes that have load 1 and load 2, you set them invisible. And then you can easily switch between the load levels in your code, and it will be way faster to render. And also, as I said, normally when you load an object, no matter how you do it, AGK will draw the double of the polos that is really needed for the object. So just to be able to set each mesh visible or not is really important. Well, yeah, enough about that. That is what is going into the GitHub in my branch that I'm sending soon. So look forward to that. I'm not sure if I should show you what else I've been working on, but yeah, we can do that. But this is not going into the GitHub at the moment. I need to test it more, but you can see it here. Just compiling. Yeah, it's actually a GUI interface with docking tabs on all the controls you can think of. You can see here the same window is actually running inside a window. So we can take that. Check out, you can move it around, and sure, all controls is working. You can navigate as usual, and also if you go outside, it will you can't control the window. You need to activate it to control it. And same if input is in another control, it will not send it to this window. Now we can just dock it again. Yeah, you can switch around the docking as you wish. We can try to move this and dock it down here, or just add it as a tab. You can drag tabs around as you wish. There are so many possibilities with this GUI interface in AGK. Another thing I tried, you can it's pretty easy to use. When you change something in this GUI, you set a variable, assign it to a control, and it automatically changes the variable. So you can try watching this animation here. He will change when I change color. Oops. And the GUI interface will do all that for you. It will change the variables for you. It's pretty smart, and it has a lot of different widgets you can use. We can try to look at some of them. Oh. Just have it up here. I think I will dock it down here. So then we can try to check out some of the widgets. Oh, just one thing I should mention. All the controls and how it looks and stuff, you can there's actually a style editor included where you can change everything about the look, everything looks. You can see here all the colors you can change. We can just try to change one here. See how it change. Revert it. Also, all settings can be changed. Spacing, padding, everything. Rounding of borders and everything. And the smart part about this is you can export it to the clipboard, so you get the code you need to set up your own style. That is a pretty good feature. But we can try to look at some of the widgets that are included. Oh, widgets. Yeah, you have all the basic ones. Bottoms, radio bottoms, click boxes, image bottoms like this one, compo, input text, integers. Yeah, and everything you can draw with the mouse here to change the value, or you can double click to enter a value. It has some pretty smart drag drop functions, like if I take a color from some window, it doesn't matter where it is. I can always drag drop it to another color. So you can see he changed his color to red now. I can turn the green, and he changed to green. Yeah, you have list boxes and tree views, and yeah, you have everything. Text edits, fields, and yeah, some color pickers. You can see here. You can select how it looks. Here we have a wheel. You can just change it. Still, we can just drag drop it up here, and he changed these colors here. Oops. And sure, you can place widget everywhere you want. You can do custom palettes with predefined colors. There are just so many possibilities with this. And everything I coded, so everything is using AGK commands from input to everything. The only thing I'm missing is the rendering, which I'm now doing in OpenGL2, but I'm planning to port that to the platform-independent functions in AGK, so it should work on all platforms. But that is something I'm missing. Currently, it will only work on Windows, Linux, and Mac. But so you can see here we can try some other stuff. A console, you can have text going in and out, and a lock. You can just dock this lock to this window. Yeah, sure, you can resize the dock windows too, as you wish. We can try another, we can have another simple layout. Just dock it here. Chips. Custom rendering, you can make custom rendering. And everything would just work so great. Well, there's a lot you can try out when I release this, but nothing is fixed. So you can see I can use this as a window. You can resize it, set it inside, place it anywhere you want, and it still works as it should. Only getting the input when it's active. So here I can't use it, here I can. Yeah, we can try to place this down here. Oops. And sure, it's user render target, but it has no impact on the FPS. The Windows system here is this dual system is very very fast, and yeah, as I said, it what it does is it convert everything you see here on screen, and everything it do is converted into a triangle list. So it's pretty easy to render it directly. Also using the platform independent functions from AGK. I just didn't make that yet, but so it's a perfect GUI system for AGK, and I can't wait to release it. Not sure how I'm going to do how I'm going to release it yet, but we'll see. So that was just an update of what I've been working on, and I hope you enjoy it, and also hope you enjoy the GitHub update I'm making. So have a nice day.